Hey, what's up, guys? It's Carson, and today I am 5 days post-op top surgery. So today I am making a video talking about my top surgery journey, along with I am going to do a top surgery reveal. I actually kind of already made that clip. I made it when I took a shower. I got my first shower from top surgery earlier today, changed my dressings, went ahead and made that video. Now I'm all binded up again, wearing the lovely compression vest and button-ups, because good luck getting a t-shirt on. Because of the compression vest, it's still pretty easy to get winded, and so I'm going to go ahead and try to make this video kind of short. I did make a video along the way of like clips, and I might go ahead and make a vlog, but I don't think I did a very good job, so this is going to be a little bit more in-depth of like how I got top surgery. So I started this process probably about a year ago. I live in St. Louis, Missouri, which for being a metropolitan city doesn't have a lot of options for top surgery, but honestly, I think that is the case in a lot of cities. So you as an individual have to make the decision of what is the most important factor for you in getting top surgery. So for me personally, it was scar placement. I really care a lot about how my scars are going to look. I have said in several videos, my favorite top surgery surgeon is Dr. Garamoni. I really am a big fan of his scar placement. They're very straight and they're symmetrical. They don't curve really almost at all. They look the most natural of a cis male's chest to me. That's what I wanted. He was the first surgeon I looked at, but being as he's in Florida, it would be either a plane ticket or a very long drive. I mean, staying out of town is not like the biggest deal, but he doesn't take insurance at all, so like he was just pretty much off the table. So I was trying to find someone who was very similar for me. Now, just because that's what's most important to me doesn't necessarily mean it's most important for you. Maybe like how fast you could get it would be more important, or maybe you are going to pay out of pocket, so that like doesn't matter at all to you. But for me, scar placement was super important to me. So I made an appointment with a doctor in St. Louis. I only know of 2 doctors in St. Louis that even do top surgery, and one I couldn't really find any results on. One I found like 5 or 6. Out of 5 or 6 results, I only found one of those pictures that had the scars like I wanted, that were very straight. All of the other pictures I found from the surgeon were very curved scars, and I'm just not personally a fan of that look. So I went ahead and made a consultation with her because I thought, maybe I can ask her why that is. She pretty much told me I probably would get curved scars, just because that's how my anatomy sits. That's kind of how she described it. Very nice lady. I think, she's a good surgeon, but she wasn't the one for me. After getting the consult with her, I kind of just like knew, I'll wait for the other doctor. The other doctor was a lot harder to get into. It took me months to even be able to get a hold of the doctor. Then it was like a couple more months to get a consult. At the consult, again, I asked, hey, like I really like straight scars that don't curve, they're very symmetrical and thin. Like, is that something you can give me? And she pretty much, was like, yeah, like I can give that to you. Plus, I'd already seen 20 or 30 results that are very similar. You also have to take in your body shape. Now, even though I really like this surgeon, I have seen scars that are like a little bit more curved, or maybe they're more like angled. But a lot of those guys were like a little bit on the bigger BMI side. I am pretty skinny. So like, if like that's important to you, you might have to think, I might not get what this person has because I don't have their body shape. So I even looked at guys that were similar in body shape, similar in like chest size too to me, and I really liked their results. So I was pretty confident I would get what I wanted with this doctor. So after the consult, I told her like, you're my first choice. I definitely want you. I didn't feel like I needed a third consult, so went ahead and started the process. Also, the first doctor I went to, they did try to go through insurance, and insurance denied it, but this doctor went through my same insurance and they accepted it. So I don't feel like the first doctor really knew what they were doing with insurance, where like this doctor just like, they got everything pretty much covered through insurance. I really didn't have to do anything, didn't have to appeal, didn't have to fight it. Insurance did only approve up to like a certain date, and they gave me a date after that, but then they still took care of like actually reaching out to insurance again and being like, well, hey, we can't get the surgery date till this day, so can you get an extension? So, I got COVID tested last week, which wasn't pleasant, but wasn't as terrible as I thought it would be. And I don't know if it's because I got like a rapid, but they did it in both nostrils, which I thought you only get it in one. And I had to drive all the way out to Kansas City for this test, which is kind of annoying. There's tons of places in St. Louis that do it, but They said they wanted it to be able to get to the hospital fast enough to where I wouldn't have any delays. So, that's totally, I guess, whatever. Then went ahead and got a hotel room the night before. They don't call you till the night before to tell you what time surgery is. My surgery, I had to be there at like 6:45 in the morning, which is good because you have to fast after midnight the day before. So I was like super thirsty and starving in the morning, but at least I didn't have to wait till like 1 or 2 in the afternoon. Got to the hospital, took me into a room. My mom waited in the waiting room. I remember trying to get an IV was very difficult. They went for this hand, they went for this hand. Then they finally ended up having to do it here, which really sucked for me because I did stay overnight, which isn't typical, but I guess I have like a slightly higher chance of bleeding because of my skin tone. And anytime I would like bend it just like a little bit in the hospital bed, it would like trip the sensors and some nurse would have to come check on me. So I wish they would have got it in hand, but apparently I have valvy veins. That's how they described it, where like my veins roll when I don't know, it was getting irritating. I was like, oh my gosh, can you guys just pick a vein? Because I was getting nauseous because I was on an empty stomach, and like I actually don't really have an issue with needles. I mean, I do stab myself with a needle every single week for testosterone. I've never really had an issue with needles. Like, I know a lot of people don't like them. It's never really bothered me. But eventually they got it, and then honestly, I don't really remember much after that. I was pretty much out. Apparently my surgery took like close to 6 hours. So I did get double incision, and then I did get hip liposuction. And I weighed myself before and after, and I'm only like anywhere between like 1 to 3 pound difference, which I think's weird because I was expecting like the tissue from here and here to be like 5 to 7 pounds. So it's either less than I thought it was, or I've gained weight in a week, which I haven't been eating super healthy because like in the hotel room I didn't eat very healthy, but like I can see the difference, so I don't know. I will be going back to eating healthier next week once I'm out of all my junk food, but you don't have a lot of options in the hotel. So yeah, I don't really remember much after that. Like my surgery is decently long, which I think that's a good thing. That means my surgeon cared and was very meticulous with where like, she put the incisions, and just yeah, I like that. I'm glad to know she didn't rush the surgery or anything. Woke up, it was pretty late in the day. I think I ate like a little snack and then I fell back asleep. Being in the hospital overnight was awful because hospital beds are actually not very comfortable, and like you're stuck to an IV, and so I like couldn't move at all. So I just like tried to like just sleep all night, and nurses came in, checked on me several times, checked my drains, emptied my drains for me, and then finally took me to go to the bathroom. I did not know that they put a catheter in me, and I'm kind of glad they didn't tell me that ahead of time because I have such bad bottom dysphoria that if they told me that ahead of time, ooh. But I found that out when I peed because it kind of hurt, just like a little bit, and then like air came out. And I kind of figured at that point, I was like, I feel like a catheter was probably put in me, and I'd never had one before. And I'd mentioned that, and they said, oh yeah, we put one in you. So like that actually has a little bit of after effects for like a couple days, and I don't love it. I have sensitive like a bladder, whatever stuff down there. Most people probably do. I don't know, but peeing just feels a little weird. It's like more of a sensitive, pressury feeling, and then combined with the like compression vest on. Yeah, I don't know, super uncomfortable. I would like pee in like increments, which isn't like great, and I can't always tell if it's like fully empty. Hopefully that just like continues to get better. It is getting better, and the doctor basically told me just drink lots of water, like flush everything out. I definitely was trying to drink lots of water when I got into the hospital because I do not mix well with anesthesia. I just do not like the way it makes me feel. It makes me feel so drunk and like a little bit nauseous, and I'm not a big fan of it. So like I was trying to drink a lot of water, and then on top of that trying to drink a lot of water to like flush my system out because would like to get back to peeing normally. I just didn't expect that after top surgery. So got released the next day. Gosh, it took like hours to get discharged. I loved all of the staff at the hospital. So I had surgery at University Health at Truman Health Centers in Kansas City, Missouri. And if I didn't already mention my surgeon's names, it was Dr. Carol Aylward. Not really sure if I said that right. Even a lot of people that work with her were like, we don't know how to say her name. Not sure if it's Aylward or if it's like Aylward. I don't know. I'll spell it down in the description, leave links to how you can check her out if you want to, because I'm super, super happy with my results and my experience. It was great. So went to the hotel room. Gosh, I'm a cheapo, and I picked like a super cheap hotel because I knew I was going to be there for 5 days, which is great because I didn't have a super comfortable mattress, although not like, I didn't, you're not going to be comfortable either way, but hopefully you can just sleep in your own bed. I pretty much just slept on the floor and like put some pillows up to kind of prop me up, slept on my back. I did ask like how long do I have to sleep on my back. She said for like 3 days, but you can sleep on your side if you can deal with it. Like if you can, I occasionally would try to roll on my side, but like hip liposuction hurts super bad. And like, so if I try to lay on my side, wow, it was just super painful. Honestly, laying on my back was just like a little bit more comfortable, but it's not comfortable. I'm not a back sleeper. I think I'm mostly a stomach and side sleeper. Still can't sleep on my stomach, but yeah, so I just tried to sleep a lot, played a lot of Nintendo Switch. I actually bought a Nintendo Switch for like Christmas and I've never used it, so like there we go. I got to finally use that. Ate a decent amount of junk food. I didn't take any medicines in the hospital, like any extra medicine, so they do put a lot of numbing medicine here, and honestly, I still think even 5 days later I can kind of still feel it. Otherwise, I'm just numb. But they gave me like a little button to press where I could ask for like extra morphine, or like it would just automatically dose it. Didn't take any of it. I've taken like a couple of oxys that they prescribed me. It's not really that painful. Like I cannot feel the incisions. The drains were like a little bit painful, but the hip liposuction is just like the only thing that I think hurt a lot. But I don't feel like the oxys helped that much, and I've taken some Tylenol. Like, I'm just not really a medicine person. I think it's pretty tolerable without medicine, so haven't really been taking any medicine. If I have now, I'm just kind of down to just on Tylenol occasionally. But yeah, so did take the medicine in the hotel room. It's pretty boring being up there for like 5 days, but I don't know. I got to bond with my mom a little bit more. We haven't really been close most of our life, so like that was great. And then my post-op appointment was 4 days after surgery, and that was where they removed the drains. So, I mean, I don't feel like I drained a lot, if that makes sense. Like, you have to check them 3 times a day, or that's what, and you have to, like, write down the fluid that came out of there. It's super easy. You just, like, take the bulb out, and then you squeeze it into a cup, and you look and see how much was in there, and then you measure it, and then you write it down. And I could see it going down throughout 4 days, and there was almost nothing in there by the 4th day, so they pulled them out. Every surgeon could be different, but I know a lot of people say like getting your drains removed hurts. I did not think it hurt. They're a very flexible tube, and it didn't hurt, but it was like a weird sensation to get them pulled out. It hurt more just having flexible tubing in like your skin. I'm so glad they're out. It was way better having them out than in, but yeah, it didn't really hurt to have them pulled out. So then unfortunately, they were down like a nurse that day, and they were going to make it like 2 days later. So if that was the case, I actually wouldn't even be, I'd still have my drains until tomorrow, and I'd still be in Kansas City. So they were able to squeeze me in, but then showed me how to change my dressings, told me I could take a shower today. So took a shower, which felt good, but I didn't get all like the markings and stuff off. I really wasn't trying to like super scrub down, and like I still kind of got like T-Rex arms. So like trying to wash my hair was like this, and like trying to scrub stuff's like this. So I mean, didn't do like a super great job. Probably won't take another shower for another couple days, because like it felt weird, especially like I didn't put any water on my chest, and I tried to face away from but like where the drain was kind of hurt a little bit, and just like the water running over it was like, I don't know, it's an interesting sensation. I'm glad I'm clean, because oh my gosh, I was super dirty. But I think I'll probably wait a couple more days to take another shower. So change my dressings. The right nipple looks way rougher than the left nipple, but I think they're taking okay. So my next appointment is in a week from yesterday, actually. So yeah, so in 6 days I gotta go back for my next post-op visit. So hopefully they'll look at everything, tell me everything's going great, and then I think I have to go back in a month after that. So I plan on taking like at least 3 weeks off of work. For the first couple days, I was like, wow, like, there's no way. I'm finally starting to feel like I probably could go back, but like I just have such like low movement of my arms that it's honestly probably not great. I don't have like a super physical job, but like I want to be able to work to my full capabilities. So yeah. So I'm just gonna be taking it easy for the next couple of weeks. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I also have super sensitive skin. You can even see like where the IV was, just like where the tape was, just like really, I don't know. It's just, yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I had like a really great experience. Like I said, I loved my doctor. Super glad I went with her. I'll discuss costs and stuff a little bit more once I get billed. Like I do know insurance is taking care of a lot of this, but a lot of it I will have to pay for myself. Insurance did not cover the nipple grafts. It did not cover the required lipo that's up here, and they didn't cover the additional lipo that I requested of my hips. So far I already have paid about $3,400, and that was for the hip lipo and this lipo. So I'm sure I'll get a couple more bills in, but just, so people can have like an idea of what it costs even with insurance, because just because you have insurance doesn't mean they're going to cover everything. There's deductibles, out-of-pocket maxes, things that insurance just doesn't cover. So yeah. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and show my actual reveal now that I recorded earlier so you guys can see what my chest looks like. But thanks for watching this video. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you guys later. Alright, and here it is. Just got out of the shower. I'm going to go ahead and change up my dressings and put all my compression stuff back on. But this is my top surgery reveal, and I couldn't really be too bothered to change the camera angle too much because it's still kind of hard to do stuff. So hopefully the angle is okay. But here's kind of a close-up. So, scars are nice and straight. I only really wanted them to curve up there. It did get hip lipo, and I can tell a huge difference, which the hips probably hurt the most, and then where the drains were. And other than that, it's just very numb feeling, very odd, and I'm freezing, so I'm going to go ahead and swap my stuff. And yeah, but this is my results. I do have my waistband pulled up a little bit higher because the doctor said that can kind of help with like healing and not feel so pressury. Because yeah, the hips probably definitely hurt the most out of anything. Can't really even feel the incision, so